Tesla's spring update is here. We're going to go over some of the newest features that Teslas are going to receive, plus new discounts and customizations to security features. Let's go over all of that and more in today's video. A few recent changes just to catch you up to speed. If you're unaware, the Tesla referral program has recently changed. What once was a $500 discount for the 3 and the Y now has been removed. The Cybertruck, the S, and the X no longer get a $1,000 discount. Now you're getting 3 months of free full self-driving. Also, as far as a brief recap, the Cybertruck just introduced a new trim. The rear-wheel drive Cybertruck for $69,990 qualifies for the EV tax credit and has removed a lot of features like the powered front, the rear screen, and more, making the price $62,490 after that EV tax credit. We have to talk about how Tesla is doing, specifically here in the States. The US saw an increase in demand for battery electric vehicles in Q1 of 2025. Demand rose 10.6% in Q1 year versus last year. If you're thinking about buying a Tesla, well, here in the States, Tesla is still on top, and by a large margin. The number one vehicle in Q1, the Model Y, on top with a 21.8% market share, and the Model 3, not too far behind, 17.8% market share Q1 of 2025. Let's move on and talk about some brand new features that I think you're gonna like. Number one, a new security update just rolled out. I have seen in the comments that some Tesla owners complain about how long the Sentry Mode footage recorded incidences or pedestrians walking by your vehicle. Well, now Tesla has listened. You can customize the clip length of Sentry Mode now in your Tesla. The spring update for Tesla owners includes some really useful features that I have some specific use cases that you might not have thought about. So let's cover what these new features are and let's talk about it. Adaptive headlights have finally been approved and are rolling out to Tesla owners here in the US and in Canada. Now, you have to have a certain headlight. I'll show you a picture here and you can determine if your vehicle is compatible. But what this does, it once was blocked by regulation, now is approved. Check it out. It turns off individual LED lights, and we see some great examples of this, so that your Tesla fully illuminates the road around turns or anything like that without blocking the view of oncoming drivers. B-pillar cameras have now been added to both dash cam footage and Sentry Mode. Before, you had certain angles of the cameras, the side doors, and more, but the B-pillar angles were left out. Well, now Tesla has added those in, which gives you even more angles if you're concerned about vandalism, about people approaching your vehicle, or for just general use. Now you have even more angles to give you those views on the dash cam and on Sentry Mode. You can now save the trunk height based on your location, and Cybertruck owners can save the front height, that powered front, at specific locations. Why does this matter? Well, I park my Tesla in the garage, and if you're like me or you park somewhere for work in a parking garage, sometimes there's low-hanging utility poles, and that is the case with my garage. The ceiling is low, and whenever the door comes up, the trunk will actually hit and make contact with that door. You can customize that now. Before that update, simply push and hold the button, you'll hear a beep, and then that custom sets your trunk height. But now you can do that and customize the location of those changes with this new spring update. So if your house is a different height than a low parking garage, if you want that trunk to be fully open anywhere else, like the grocery store or what have you, this is great, because if you set it before, it would stay there forever. and I would get out at the grocery store and I'd have to push it back up to the normal height. So this one's great. Something not included on the spring update release notes, but spotted by an X account. Now your rear camera, this one's great, has a wider viewing angle. So if you were unaware, in a previous update, you had rear cross-traffic chimes and warnings, but I always found that the cameras, I was still glancing side to side to check my blind spot from time to time. But now, since that camera angle is upgraded and now will be wider, it's going to be a lot easier when going in reverse. I have to talk about this one specifically because a lot of Tesla owners were complaining when Tesla took this away. This one's huge. If you have a family, if you go camping, if you go tailgating, if you simply want to use any accessory that requires power when you leave your Tesla, now you finally can. Tesla has reversed a decision where before, if you plugged in to that trunk outlet or any other phone charger, it wouldn't work unless your Tesla was on or in camp mode or something like that. Now, Tesla allows you to power those accessories through these outlets, which is amazing. There are certain products like coolers and things like that that can keep drinks, baby formula, groceries cold, and now you can leave that in your car and it'll still work, so as long as your battery is greater than 20%. So we'll finish with two others that I felt were worth mentioning. Now there's even more customizations when you're putting a trip into your Tesla. It's going to give you more highly rated restaurants, restrooms, charging stops. So Tesla has upgraded some of those recommendations when you're using trip mode. If you're someone that streams a lot of music in your Tesla, you're going to like this one. Tesla has upgraded a lot of the features and organization of how you use Apple Music, Amazon Music, and media in general within your Tesla. Let's shift gears into some changes that I wanted you to be aware of before ending the video. So number one, we talked about the referral program changing. Make sure you keep that in mind. 3 months of free full self-driving. New discounts have been added on the Cybertruck. Now this is great if you want a Cybertruck and the price was a little too expensive. $8,000 and more now are showing up on inventory, so go check those out. Your Tesla will now give you an internal chime on your speaker if the vehicle detects oncoming emergency vehicles. So I personally think this one is great. It's kind of like that green light chime that reminds you that the light has just turned green. Well, this is simply a safety reminder to let you know that an emergency vehicle has been sensed by the car and gets your attention. So with some of these spring updates, I want to ask you what your favorite update is, the one you actually are going to use. Adaptive headlights? Have you thought, well, Tesla can improve on this visibility of my headlights? Are you excited about that? What about the trunk height locations? If you're somewhere that parks in a low garage or what have you, now you can save that based on location. There's been so many updates. Put your thoughts down below. By the way, I just started a TikTok channel at Frunk2Trunk. I would greatly appreciate you going over there. A link to my profile is down in this video's description. And the reason why, I am going to buy a new Model Y Performance, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok so I can monetize and afford that purchase and also bring a larger vehicle to our growing family. So I would greatly appreciate it. The link to get there is down below. So join me on TikTok as well for more videos, faster news at Frunk2Trunk. As always, the only way I know that you liked this video is, of course, to drop a like and consider subscribing both here on YouTube and over on TikTok. This is Matt from Frunk2Trunk. We will see you in the next video.